Vientiane, the capital of Laos, that lies on the Mekong River, next to the border with Thailand. We began our sightseeing in Vientiane by heading out of town along the Mekong River to the Buddha Park. From there, we travelled on to the That Loang Stupa, the Victory Gate, and Wat Si Saket before returning to our hotel. It was dark when we arrived in Vientiane. Here's our hotel next morning. After breakfast, the group assembled and we took a coach to Buddha Park. This is our guide, Soon.
So Sian Quan means guardian spirit. In English it's called Buddha Park.
The pumpkin. You enter through the mouth. There are 3 levels inside. Downstairs is hell. In the middle is earth. And upstairs is heaven. Climbing up from heaven, we get a view over the whole park. The park was started in 1958 by Bunliu Sulilat and built using reinforced concrete. The sculptures were made by unskilled workers under his supervision. Bunliu Sulilat fled from the Pathet Lao to Thailand in 1975 and built another similar park there. Back in the city, we visited Phra That Luang. This great stupa dates back to the 16th century, but has been repeatedly rebuilt after war damages, the latest being during World War II. We enter and walk around the cloister. Shrines lie on each side of the stupa. Only the topmost part is now real gold. The cloisters are filled with ancient Buddhas, standing on elaborate teak plinths. A pedestrian area containing related buildings surrounds the stupa. In it is a statue of the warrior king Setthirath, who ordered the construction of the stupa. The congregation hall. The North Temple. Inside is this elevated Buddha with gilded ones behind it. The South Temple, surrounded by more Buddhas and animals. A reclining Buddha. The temple front. A meeting hall with a colourful pictorial ceiling. It's a short journey to the Victory Gate, which we climbed to get views of the city. Patuxay Park, with its fascinating crockery sculpture. And delicate flowers. Our final stop, Wat Si Saket, built by King Anuvong. It's the oldest surviving temple in Vientiane. It escaped sacking in 1827 by the Siamese invaders because they used it as their headquarters.
Yes. So Wat Si Saket was built in 1818. It was built by the last king.
Thousands of ceramic and silver Buddhas line the cloisters. A hang pot used to pour holy water onto a Buddha.
Hang pot. Hang means tail. hang. Hang is tail. Hot. Hot means pour. This is where you pour the holy water into the door. It can open. Okay. Holy water, and it will come through to the front. There's a hole here in the front. Oh, this is where to put the Buddha image, right here underneath.
We ended the day dining at a restaurant overlooking the evening market beside the Mekong River. Next morning we had some time before our flight to Vientiane, so we headed for the COPE, the Cooperative Orthotic and Prosthetic Enterprise Centre. An interesting contrast, bustling market stalls on one side of the road and a shiny new shopping centre on the other. The COPE Visitor Centre. Laos was heavily bombed in the Vietnam War, and there are still over 400,000 unexploded cluster bombs like these in the countryside. COPE is the main source of prosthetics for bomb victims. We return to the hotel, check out, and go to the airport for the flight to our next destination, Vientiane.